retro song. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody including Lottie, Dottie, it's your boy. Retro, hashtag, press play, it's the Retro Philosophy Show. Let's go. King on my lineman on assignment for the king. Hope you're ready for the show, thanks for tuning in. Let's go for a ride, got my specs on my side. She's my forever bride, that keeps hope alive, I'ma rev it up. So hold on tight, we about to level up. Catch us on the turnpike, from city to city, state to state, coast to coast, man, make no mistake, we are conquerors, more than conquerors, collecting miles and smiles. Been doing this thing for a while, and all the while winning souls to God. Retro song, retro song. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts,
ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. It's your boy Retro. Let you know that registration for Mission 448 is open. You can register today and ride the four corners of your state or multiple states. Who's going to be the first to collect the four corners of each of the lower 48 states? Hashtag Who's Got Next. Register today and ride the four corners of your state.
And as I'm riding, I got a text from my man, you know who, the man of God, Mr. Retro. He said, slow down. So I'm gonna put my rain gear on. Speak of the devil. I ain't gonna say speak of the devil. Speak of the man above. Here he come. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Boy, I see he been practicing. Boy, you can tell when you've been practicing. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on.
Gotta find the Retro Philosophy Show. Let's get ready to go live. Can't miss an episode.
You already know what it is. It's your homegirl, Lottie Dottie. I'm in the building hanging out with Retro, and he ain't never lying.
Yes, indeed. What's up, everybody, including Lottie Dottie? You already know what it is. It's your boy Retro with you on today. This is the day that the Lord has made. Yes, sir. And I will rejoice and be glad in it. How y'all doing? Make some noise real quick for your boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, it's been a whole lot going on today, man. But we're geared up. We got the one and only. Look at it, man. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. You hear what I'm trying to tell you on today? We got the one and only Rachel Reene in the building. Let's make some noise. Yes, sir. This is a very colorful young lady, and I mean that in every good sense of the word. She gets on her scoot and she makes it do what it do. Now, listen to me, guys. I do believe that there's some funny business going on with this young lady. I really do, man. I'm just gonna call her out there because, here's one thing about me.
I'm not gonna say it all I got to say.
No, I know.
A lot of of people like to hold back, but I don't hold back nothing.
No,
I take that like it is.
I'm gonna tell you just like it is. It's something fishy about this young lady. See, I don't like to talk about folk behind their back, so I'm gonna say what I got to say, and then we're gonna bring her on. She can defend it, because I think there's something fishy going on, because she gets murals that's just ungettable, and I really think she got some pixie dust, and she goes up to blank walls and she just poof, and she throws the pixie dust on the wall, and then a beautiful mural just appears out of nowhere, and as she rides off into the sunset, it just begins to vanish, and no one else is able to get that mural. That is how, I believe that's how it works. I think that's how she has become the mural queen, ladies and gentlemen. So without any further ado, don't take my word for it, let's bring her on the Retro Philosophy Show, and let's find out how is it that she does it. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for the one and only Rachel Reene in the building. What's going on, young lady?
Retro, I just want to say, first off, thank you so much for the invitation to be on the one and only Retro Philosophy Show.
Man, man.
And this is such a pleasure. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Look at here, man. I'm glad to finally get you on the show. You know, I would have liked to come to Texas and just sat down with you, because we caught up for a little bit at the RT, right? Yeah, and but we didn't really get a chance to really. Quick. It was real quick, and I had every intention to rally back and sit down and talk with the mural queen, and you know, one thing led to another, and before you know it, it was, you know, how are you doing? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rachel Reene, aka Hot Wheels Rachel, aka the undisputed mural queen.
Come on now here. Yeah.
I hail from Colorado, but I recently just relocated to Texas, which has been amazing, to live closer to my folks, and going through a career change. So there's some exciting things that are going on for the future. No longer in care, and I get to capture quite a bit more murals and seat time on the road with this new transition. So I'm super, super excited. I'm a military brat. Both of my parents were active duty Army, moved around just a little bit, and fell in love with motorcycles about 15 years ago. And then the murals just kind of came about in my life. And I really have fallen in love with street art. The best way that I could tell somebody how to find these murals is to literally open your eyes. I'm a motorcycle coach, and one of the things that we learn is about opening the view and presenting yourself, making sure you're turning your head. And that skill has actually helped me to notice, like, being aware of things around you, traps and things.
Yeah.
So I would just encourage you guys, you got to slow down and enjoy the ride a little bit more, so you can see these things and not let them pass you up. Because once you find one, then you'll find another and another and another and another, and they're hidden in sight, pretty much. So anyway, that would be my advice.
Okay. So let's dig in and let's learn a little bit about Rachel really quick here. Let's see who we got watching with us on tonight. C1s is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie, Dottie. Make some noise for C1s in the building. That's a cool brother right there, man. That's a cool brother right there. Yes, indeed.
Cigar guy, what's up?
Yeah, we yes, sir. We got Tin Man. I got a little problem with Tin Man, because first of all, he's the Instagram model, but some people just never satisfy Rachel. He go from being Instagram model to being on the big screen. I saw him. It's all over the interweb, and he's just out there all professional, doing his thing on the big screen. So shout out to Tin Man in the building. Making it do what it do. Tone Tea Time is in the building. What's going on, sir? Good evening to you. Hats off. That's an OG right there. Just in case you didn't know. Yeah,
I love Tone.
That's an OG, man. His OG-ism is beyond his years, because he's a young dude, but his OG-ism is really on another level. I really mean that sincerely, man. It's on another level. We got Shaquise in the building, a.k.a. Expression, making it do what it do. And I think I saw our homegirl on there, Mileage Bully. Hold on one second.
Hey now, this is the Mileage Bully, the Motor Mob CEO. home of the Moto Mob, where legends are made. You are now tuned in to the Retro Philosophy Show. Like, share,
And
and subscribe.
subscribe.
You know what to do.
Okay,
Press
we
play.
just had to just had to put it out there real quick. So she
Well,
says,
plug.
right, yeah, rider coaches to the front. All three of us,
That's
bada
right.
boom, bada bang. So let's talk real quick, Rachel. You mentioned you moved from Colorado, which is extremely beautiful. Oh my goodness, there's so much to
Yeah.
see out in Colorado.
Yeah.
And so,
Yes, I did. I
mhm,
lived there for about 13 years, and it was time. It was cold, and I was ready for a change. Mainly, what motivated me was my job, just to decompress,
mhm.
de-stress, and find a different passion, something that was completely out of my comfort zone,
And
and
what was that job?
really, I'm rediscovering myself right now.
No, the job that you had in Colorado. What were you doing there?
The job that I had, I was to sum it up, I was a glorified babysitter, if you
Okay,
will.
all right, okay, cool, cool, cool.
Medical administrator, managed a couple of different medical specialties for a
Hmm.
big hospital, Northern Colorado. And I just wanted something different, something totally um, away from healthcare. And I've had this time to kind of figure out what I want to do. And it's been really awesome,
Hmm.
honestly. And my encouragement to anybody who, they're working that 9 to 5 grind, you're not really happy, you're not feeling like you're fulfilled in life and meeting your own expectations, don't wait. Just do it. And just go out on faith. You have to have blind faith
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah, yeah.
to really step in the path that the Lord has put before you. And you'll continue to miss that opportunity if you actually don't take the risk and have courage. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've been
Hmm.
fortunate enough that I have support to be able to do that.
Okay.
But I didn't want to delay any longer. It's been a dream of mine to relocate to a warmer climate. And in the
Hmm.
years past, I was going to transfer to Arizona to still stay within the medical field and not lose my tenure. But the way that healthcare is going right now, it's very volatile. And I want something where I can be more in control and
Okay.
do something that's fun. So, I do have a really cool opportunity that I'll probably talk about a little bit later.
Hmm.
I'm hesitant to speak on it right now, but
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, I
Well,
do coaching.
okay.
Um, I love motorcycle coaching, and I have my Texas certificate. I have my Colorado certificate, so I'll still travel back and forth. I'm even certified for Nebraska too. So if there's opportunity there for whatever reason, I may pick up a class. But
Yeah.
I at least have those 3 states. And mileage bully, if you would allow me to,
We're gonna
coach
we
at your school, that
we're
would
gonna
be
sh-
awesome.
we're gonna show up on our doorstep. Me, you, Kodak, Popov.
Yeah.
We all of us rider coaches. We just gonna show up on our doorstep and say, "Put us in,
Yes.
coach. Put us in, coach."
Yes. Yes.
Now,
Put us in, coach.
yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. So let me say this before I get off course because I want to talk about the motorcycle instructor
Yeah.
situation. But
Yeah.
you spoke just a while ago about stepping out on faith and trusting the
Yeah.
Lord. But the way you said the
Yeah.
Lord and you kind of did your neck thing, it was very convincing. So I'm curious
Yes.
as to what kind of history and relationship do you have with God, religion, and et cetera, church. Where do you sit with all of that kind of stuff?
Well, in the past,
Hmm.
I went to church Baptist, Nazarene. I think it was about 2013 when I took the plunge, gave
Hmm.
my life to Christ, and then shortly after that, I started getting into motorcycles. And I
Okay.
knew that I wanted to, the primary purpose for me getting into motorcycles, I wanted to dedicate it towards the Lord. So then, in my community, when I was living in Missouri at that time, I was in touch with Christian Motorcyclists Association. And so for the last, I don't know, 14 years, I was active in CMA,
Okay. Good.
um, and got my motorcycle after that. And so I like to plug in and do a lot of motorcycle ministry. In particular, I love like women's ministry. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
all about the ladies' meetups. I'm all about the camaraderie, the friendship evangelism. I'm all about being the hands and feet at a lot of these motorcycle events, which is how I came to like rallies and things like that. We would always volunteer,
Mm-hmm.
set up the tents. We would do blessings, bike blessings, and I've had some other opportunity within the organization to be a president over my little chapter in Colorado before I left,
Okay. Okay.
VP and secretary, so some admin roles. But it's been really cool to see how motorcycle ministry can impact not just here in the United States, but there's mission trips with CMA where you can go and help deliver motorcycles or some sort of mode of transportation for pastors in these third world countries to expand their reach.
Mm.
And so that's where I sit. I mean, I 100% believe, in the Trinity. I believe in the Lord. I believe he's coming back. I believe we're going to heaven. I believe
Mm-hmm.
there is a hell. And I just want to make sure that I set myself up to continue following in his footsteps. So
Nice.
I'm excited.
We're gonna make some noise for that right there, because you said a mouthful, young lady. You said a mouthful. Um, let me go back to Shakila. What she just
Yeah.
said here just a second ago. She said most people will never step out on blind faith. They are afraid of what if this
Yeah.
or that, and if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
It's
But
tough. I mean, you do have to have that conversation with yourself, I think, to truly be honest about, where you were, where you are
hmm
right now, the controllables that you could control.
hmm
And if you're ready to level up, the opportunity is there. It's not easy. It is not easy. When I put in my resignation, I put that in last March, and pretty much my boss and I were doing like a mid-year check-in, is what we call it when we do mid-year reviews.
okay.
And or it might have even been my actual merit increase review that we do for the year. But she had taken over. She used to be my colleague, and now she's my director. And she knew, just from being around me over the years, she knew about my motorcycling. And she's like, I need to kind of know what direction you're going in.
hmm
And I need to know in a week, because we are trying to make operational decisions that are really hinging on if you're going to be here or not. And
hmm
so that was really my wake up call. It kind of stung a little bit, but
Yeah.
it really motivated me to go after my dreams. Like, what am I really doing here? I think gone are the days where people work the same job for 40, 50 years, whatever it is. And I think now is the time. And so that next week, I sent her like a 2 sentence resignation letter. I did give her, it was about 5 months. So at the end of August, August 27th was my last day.
hmm
And the very next day, I set out for a 2 week motorcycle trip. And I thought, wow, how awesome is this that I can do this in the middle of the week? You know, um, I just feel really blessed, honestly. Like, I haven't
Yeah.
had alarms to really wake up to. I work for myself, if you will. And that's just the path that I feel led to complete. So
That's good.
whatever whatever I do for my full-time gig, it will definitely include that flexibility, because I really enjoyed spending time with my family and my extended family.
hmm
And before, when you're working in a corporate setting, everything has to be done on a schedule. You have to make sure you have enough PTO. And I did a lot of cross covering for my staff whenever they were out. And so I wanted to be free from that responsibility.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now you do quite a bit of writing. I want to transition a little bit here, and I want to dive in and talk about family a little bit,
Yeah.
because whenever I check you out on your page, you be kidding it, man. You be here, you be there, you be everywhere. What does your family say about you out there on this motorcycle riding all over
Mhm.
the world?
Okay, so that's pretty cute. Like, it's usually so before I moved to Texas, and let's say it would be the holiday time, my mom would always say, "Don't show up here on that motorcycle," because she knew like there's a chance if the weather was good, Rachel will
Uh-huh.
probably come here at Christmas or Thanksgiving on her motorcycle.
Hmm.
But they truly have been a big support. They have come to my biker events to meet my homies. They've come to CMA events with me. They've come to rallies, dinners. I've had a birthday party with some of my motorcycle friends for my dad one time. I mean, they really do know how much joy I get out of it, how much I really love it, the people that I've met, and the opportunities that have come from it. And I think part of it is they don't feel like, because I'm a single lady. Okay, I'm not married. I used
Okay.
to have dogs, but sadly, my three puppies that I've had for almost 17 years, they passed away about a year ago.
Sorry to hear
And
that.
those are my lifelong buddies that I never felt alone because I always had them. And so now, they feel like my motorcycle community is that family away from home, and they
Okay.
feel really secure that, Rachel's got a buddy, somebody's got her back. They see how people just take care of each other in the motorcycle community,
Hmm.
and because they've got to personally meet a lot of you, they really love it.
Okay.
And
Now
they
you.
pray for safety. They see stuff here in Texas that's kind of crazy with accidents and the things that they hear.
Yeah.
But and I share my location with them and things like
Good.
that so they know where I'm at. But yep, they love it.
So you're taking the necessary precautions to stay safe while you're
Sure.
out there, not just in terms of motorcycle riding, but as a young lady out there by yourself, you just want to make sure you're careful. Um,
Absolutely.
Now you did mention that you were a single lady, and you kind of glossed over that. So I'm going to rewind that and slow it down a little bit, okay?
No.
And so the question is,
Mhm.
could there perhaps be a Boaz in the near future? Is that something that you
I don't
would,
know.
or are you just
I
taking it
I
one?
don't know. I don't know. You know what it would take for a Boaz to be in my life, I think they would
Hmm.
probably have to be really secure if they don't ride motorcycles, because I do spend quite a bit of time. Not that that wouldn't change, because I think when you're in a loving relationship, things just change, right, for that next step. But
Hmm.
there's that. Or you would have to be in the motorcycling community and love to ride just as much, because I'm an adventurer, and it's a lot of fun. I think it could be fun for two
Hmm.
people to go
Yeah.
together and
Yeah.
enjoy that. But what I would say, don't ask me for my number. Don't send me no message in my inbox. Just stop that. Don't even go there. Okay. If you want to even get to know me, or just, whatever, it would be better if you just say, "Hey, here's an event. I want to give you this information.
Hmm.
Want to go?" And maybe I'll say yes. Maybe will have to put it on my calendar, but that would be the best introduction,
All right.
and just start there.
So let me just make it plain, brothers. Don't go hitting up her inbox asking for her number.
No,
Okay.
no, we're not doing that.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay out the inbox. Stay out the inbox. Okay, all right, all right. So let me ask you this, Rachel.
Yeah.
What is love?
What is love? Love is flexibility. Love is, to me, it
Mm-hmm.
should be easy in terms of complementing one another. Um, that give and that take. Love is patient. Love is allowing one another to submit to one another.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you build each other up. Somebody's maybe lacking in this skill or this task. You come in alongside them and build them up, supporting one another. I think speaking to each other kindly and gently,
Mm-hmm.
and um, being that safety net where you can be vulnerable, and
Yeah.
be yourself, and being open to communicate.
Nice.
I don't do well with the stress, which is one reason why I have just not even been interested in relationships. As good as somebody may look, the drama sometimes that comes along with it, the lack of honesty, it's just, we're not in high school. We're only getting older and our time is very valuable. So I really don't want to waste it
Mm-hmm.
crying and hurting my own feelings. And sometimes, ladies, we hurt our own feelings because we stick around, thinking they're going to get better. Or maybe, today was a good day. Maybe that's, a telltale sign that things are getting better. And I'm just here to encourage you. It's probably not. They've already shown you what they're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Believe
Yep.
and appreciate the experience for what it was and move on. Your friends, which is another reason why I love being around women,
Mm-hmm.
because so many of my friends, they want to be with somebody. And I know that did not create us to be alone. We
Correct.
might not all get married, but we are not alone. And I think
Mm-hmm.
if we change our view in what that means to um, work within your friend group, a mentor, whatever it is, to get that companionship. It's not
Mm-hmm.
all bad. If I want to go to a movie at 10:30 at night because I rolled
Uh-huh.
out of bed, I'm gonna go to that movie. I'm
Right.
gonna buy one popcorn, one soda. Um, I go to First Watch and I eat brunch by myself. I've been doing it for a long time, and you know what? I'm at peace. I don't regret anything. I am so happy, and the people that I've met because of all these little adventures, like I'm so thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just caution people, don't rush into anything that you might regret.
That part right there. That part right there. On a scale of 1 to 5, how comfortable is Rachel Renee in her skin?
Ooh, I'll give it maybe a solid 8.5.
On a
Why do
scale of
I
one to
say
five, you've given it an 8.5?
Oh, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a
Okay.
4.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
give it a
Okay.
4.
Okay. That's good.
And the
That's good.
reason why I
Uh-huh.
say 4, I'm on this journey where I'm
Mm-hmm.
rediscovering who am I. So when you get to know me, sometimes when people are saying things that are enlightening or that
Mm-hmm.
kind of, set that light bulb off in my head, I'll say something like, "Who are you?" Like, "Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
How did you know I needed that information or that affirmation or that encouragement?" Like, wow, that makes sense. And so I've had to answer that question for myself, like, who are you? And I know that I'm strong. I know that I'm smart. I know that I'm adaptable. And I know that I'm determined. Um, and I won't accept anything less than the best, and I've got to put forth my best effort too in order to accomplish my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really cool, like to be in this moment.
You know why I know you're on a good path? Because everything you use to describe and define who you are had nothing to do with what you do.
Hmm.
A lot of times you ask people who are they, oh, I'm a biker, I'm a nurse, I'm a this, I'm a that. They tell you what they do,
Yeah.
but still don't know who they are.
Mm.
And so I
Mm.
take my hat off to you for answering that question so well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you
How?
so much. And I
Oh,
hope
oh,
to make everybody proud one day.
well, look here. If you make you proud, later for the rest. I
Yeah.
mean, because if you like it, I love it.
Wonderful.
You know,
Wonderful.
you know, and I think that's something that's important too, Rachel. Sometimes we try to please people so much, but yet still people are not pleased with who we are. I don't
Yeah.
know if that came out the way it was ringing around in my head, but if I do this and it makes me happy, then you should be happy because I'm happy. Does
Yeah,
that make
yeah,
sense?
absolutely, absolutely. Some people aren't going to understand your journey.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to
Mm-hmm.
understand the why, um, and you shouldn't let that stop you. Just continue to be steadfast. Continue pushing forward. It sucks sometimes. I just sometimes people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's good to have a good variety of like mentors,
Mm-hmm.
know who you can talk to. Not everybody is going to celebrate you. You know what I mean?
That is true.
And having that core group of folks that can just ground you, you can go to ask questions. I have some strong women in my life, and one of them's on the chat right now, Celeste Jensen. You guys don't know her, but
Okay.
she is our lead nurse from the hospital group that I worked at, and her and I are like we're sisters. Okay, we were always on the same page. We were always very collaborative. We would talk
Mm-hmm.
to each other and problem solve just like you and I are talking. And so it's really good to have level headed people like that in your corner.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how near, how far, when's the last time you talked, it's always like it was just yesterday, you know?
Mm.
And so, that has really helped me get through a lot of dark times when I wasn't confident in myself. Um, it's just been awesome. I love the ladies. Shout out to the ladies. Woo-hoo.
Let's make some noise for all the ladies in the house. Look, y'all ladies is out there doing y'all thing, man. I will sit back and clap and celebrate y'all in a heartbeat, because y'all out there doing. Excuse me, you're doing the thing, and in what was, I don't know if it still is. Y'all help me out if you think it still is a male dominated sport. But y'all women, y'all
Yeah,
getting out there and
yeah,
y'all doing the thing, running circles around some of these guys. I'm
yeah.
gonna just leave that alone. But let me ask you this, Rachel. Number one, 10 Men was asking earlier, do you even own a car?
I literally have a car. I
Okay, all
hardly
right.
ever drive it.
Okay,
I do.
okay,
It's a little Volkswagen Jetta. It's all black, just like my bike.
okay.
But I probably, let's see, I've had my car for maybe 5 years, 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually has 70,000 miles on it now. I bought it as a certified pre-owned with
Mm-hmm.
4,000. Now, my bike that I've had for 18 months has 64,000 miles on
Dang. You had it for how long with how many miles?
it. I've had
Say
it
that.
for 18 months and it has 64,000 miles on it. So I
Wow.
love riding.
Wow.
And yeah,
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 that's you riding that thing.
I ride that thing and I
So
love it. I enjoy it.
so it's good. I'm glad you said that. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
How much of that motorcycle, or how much is motorcycling a part of your identity?
Well, it's huge now. It's pretty much gonna determine where I work next.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I coach, and I'm gonna make sure I maintain my certifications. It's a pretty cool community of folks, lots of opportunities that come up from there. But what drives me in addition in motorcycling is destination rides. So I'll find something maybe through my Facebook feed that pops up, or um, just like a place, maybe a bed and breakfast,
Okay.
maybe a city or a sculpture, but it's really got to pique my interest. And I
Gotcha.
will go and travel there, stay overnight. I don't mind traveling for coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind traveling, 1,000 miles for a hot dog or
Mm-hmm.
ice cream. I love reconnecting too with a lot of my friends, in particular from high school and my lady groups. For whatever reason, people that graduated from the high school in Missouri that I went to, about a third of them have settled in Texas, which is crazy. And so I get messages from them like, I just saw your parents. And so I'm happy to go out and reconnect with them, check on them. I have a friend, her name is Reggie. She used to live by me in Colorado, and this is so cool. She now lives in Wichita Falls, and so I have a reason to go up there and spend time with her. She's battling lymphoma right now, and
Okay.
she's doing really good. She's about to be on her fourth treatment,
Good for her.
and her job is taking care of her, but I get to be within 2 hours of her, and I have the flexibility to stay with her if she ever needed anything or just because. And there's a school there in Wichita Falls where I get to teach. So once I'm on the schedule there, get my like my certification back for Texas, I'll be able to just hang out with her as much as I like. So I
Nice.
enjoy connecting with people and traveling to them. I love motorcycle rallies. I love the mountains. I'm very, very experienced with mountain riding.
I love it too.
And yeah, I'll just go. Like I'm really spontaneous. I have no problem riding my motorcycle.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit. So you were in, you was involved in church, and then after that came the interest in motorcycles. What exactly sparked your interest for
Oh
motorcycling?
no, why did you ask? Come on.
We got to ask these questions.
Ugh.
Yeah, we got
I'm
to
gonna
ask.
say it just like this too. It was
Okay.
a stupid boy. I'm gonna say it like that. It
Uh
was a
huh.
stupid boy.
Oh.
I rode with this boy a few times on the back of his motorcycle, and after that, it was a wrap. Left the boy, kept the
Mm-hmm.
motorcycle, and never looked back.
And never looked
Boom.
back. So
Yes.
one good thing he did was introduce you to motorcycles.
And I'm thankful for that. And everybody.
All right. So
Hmm.
all right. So he introduced you to motorcycles at that time. Was it sports bikes? I take it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a sport bike, and I was 24, 25 at the time. And
Okay.
then I got my safety. I did my motorcycle safety course in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And then a year later, on my birthday, kind of simultaneously, I had gotten my CMA card, my Christian Motorcyclist Association official membership. And then a few days later, it was my birthday, and I got my motorcycle.
Okay. Nice. And what kind was it
Mhm.
that you got?
It was a Yamaha B Star, and I love that thing. I
Okay.
put almost 80,000 miles on it, brought it over to Colorado, and the only reason why that bike died, unfortunately, I was in a motorcycle on motorcycle accident
Oh.
on a group ride in Santa
Oh.
Fe. It was a vacation, and the lady that was leading our group, she missed the turn for like going back to our hotel or Airbnb. And so then she just kind of made this really sharp turn in the middle of the intersection and clipped my tire. And when I went down, I bumped into another rider, oncoming rider as well.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we got the bike back to Colorado, it was a total loss. So
Wow.
before then, the stator was the only issue. I never had any other mechanical issues, no leaks. I mean, the Yamahas and the Hondas, I mean, they run forever. And so from there, I ended up going with a Softail Slim. So
Mm-hmm.
had that for a couple of years, burnt the engine out on that, and went to a Road King, had a brand new Road King Classic, and then a year and a half ago, actually with Piper at Black Wall Street, she hit a deer on the way, and then I hit a deer leaving.
Wow.
So there was that, and I was actually leaving Black Wall Street to go to Sioux Falls the very next day for, check this out,
Mm-hmm.
accident scene management course.
Mm.
Didn't make that.
Wow.
Hit the deer. And then I rode 700 miles after getting cleaned up and staying the night in this small, remote, desolate town in Kansas, and made the trip back home. And it was a total loss by the time it was adjusted and everything. So now I
Yeah.
have my road.
Okay. They say the road glide is the best glide.
I think so. I believe it.
So when you
Yes,
got on
sir.
the road, when you got the road glide, was it a game changer for you?
Um, I don't know that I would say it was a game changer, but I can tell you, I guess so. It was a game changer.
Okay.
I really loved my Road King, and I thought I would be really sad giving that up. It was a great deal. The insurance company completely paid it off. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have any collateral towards a new bike, but it was cool. I didn't have anything that needed to roll over into it either.
Yeah.
And Harley can have those really high interest loans. And so I was super like ecstatic. And then it was a few months later that I got my Road Glide from the same dealership, John Elway dealership, Harley Davidson and Greeley. Got to shout them out because they have taken care of me on all of my bikes, even my Yamaha. They have a metric side too, and so I've got a long-standing relationship with them. And They had a couple of 23s on the showroom floor at the time, and it was July of 24, and they were doing a liquidation of all of their 23s, and I got a steal of a deal on a 23 with only 4 miles, all of the warranties,
Okay, okay.
all the little, service packages and everything like that, and it was awesome. And I do want to say,
Hmm.
before I got my road glide and before I hit that deer, in October, it was either October or November, I was headed out to do a ladies ride, a ladies motorcycle rally
Hmm.
in the long distance community. It was called the Valkyrie Rally. And a few days before I was to leave, my Road King died while I was riding it. So I had to get it towed back to the dealership, and they found that my engine was completely ruined somehow. Um, there was metal parts all in there, and
Hmm.
luckily, for anybody riding, new bikes, get those warranties, get your extended service plans, all the maintenance plans. Okay, especially if you're doing long distance, get your tire and wheel package because you're likely going to use it if you're riding that much. And I was so thankful they replaced that Road King engine. It was still the same size, a
Hmm.
107, but it was a brand new in the crate factory engine. They had to fight with the organization or the company of that extended warranty because at that time, the dealership where I purchased the motorcycle was under a different family and it wasn't under John Elway. And
Okay.
so John Elway did not continue that relationship with that extended service plan or that warranty group. And so that kind of upset that warranty group and they didn't want to honor giving me a new engine, but
But
they
they
worked
did.
it out. They knew what was right, the right thing.
That's what's up. So let's talk about this for a little bit because 18 months and 60,000 miles, that's some serious riding. So,
Yeah.
what kind of riding are you doing? Do you ride, because some people say, they don't touch their motorcycle until they're heading for the highway. But then there are others that just daily their motorcycle. Let's talk a little bit about your riding habit and style.
Okay. My riding habit and style. Um, if it is not cold, and it's not raining,
Hmm.
I mean, I'll still ride when it's raining if I absolutely have to, like if I'm out there, already. But I do like to get on the road, and I'm seeking something. I am seeking a roadside attraction. I want to be gone like all day. A
Hmm.
20 mile, a 30 mile, a 60-mile ride just does not do it for me. It's kind of annoying because I put on all of my gear. In Colorado, you don't have to wear your helmet, and I think in Texas you don't have to wear your helmet. But I'm not the bar hopper, the grocery getter, run to the store on my bike real quick kind of girl. Like that just it pisses me off.
Hmm.
And so I do like to be gone, like I'm gone, and
Yeah.
I'm usually somewhere where I know I'm going to be taking pictures. I will stop for murals, and so it takes a lot of patience with the stopping once you find a mural and then you see another one, and with me I want to try to capture as many as I can, so
Yeah.
there's usually a lot of stop and go with the murals, and then I want to go eat lunch, maybe somewhere local to patron the small businesses or McDonald's, which is
Hmm.
awful, but I love their fries, and they have the best Coca-Cola, by the way. But ice cream. I love a good little ice cream or some sweet treat while I'm out. And then, yeah, like head back in. There are times too where for bike nights in
Hmm.
Colorado, they're usually pretty far away. Towards the last couple of years that I lived there, there were closer establishments that were hosting bike nights and things like that, and at the dealership. But the real big one was in this town called Golden, Colorado, just as you're
Okay.
about to go up the mountains, and it's a true biker dive bar. Hundreds of people would show up, and it was super fun. They would play all kinds of music, jazz, rock. R&B, whatever, and they would have cover bands come in there and play, and it's pretty much set up so that there's a small inside, but mainly everything is outside. You can eat outside. There's an outside bar. And so it just was a cool atmosphere to just kind of hang out. And I would do that in the middle of the week and come back home at, I don't know, 11, 12, whatever, you
Okay.
know. But it was about the ride. I love feeling the wind in my face. Um,
I'm sorry about that, Renee. You were saying you love feeling the wind in your face.
yeah, I love feeling the wind in my face. There's no stress. You're just at ease, you
Just
know.
at
There's
ease.
something about being in the elements,
Mm-hmm.
being on your motorcycle and experiencing your environment on your skin, on your face,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that sun beating down on you. Um, I can't, I don't know what else to describe that feeling. It's almost like flying a plane.
Nice. Nice. So, at what point did you take interest in becoming a motorcycle coach?
Oh, that started about 4 years ago. So I'm going in my third season now.
Okay.
And I shared a video on my page retro about this young lady, Morgan, and I said, we'll see you in the rally in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is one of my best gal pals, and she passed away.
My
And before
condolences.
she passed away, she said that she wanted to be a coach. And so we knew one of the local dealerships was hosting motorcycle safety classes. And she's like, well, we should just go over there and shadow. Let's figure out
Mm-hmm.
what that process is. And ironically, her and her childhood best friend had got their motorcycle certifications together from that same school that we were shadowing at. So it was like,
Okay.
pretty cool, full circle. And we go over there, we shadow. And a year later, I kept in contact. I did another shadowing again. And unfortunately, I was the only one that, was able to finish
Mm-hmm.
and become a coach. And my friend sadly passed away. But after shadowing, I just thought, wow, this is awesome. I have to tell you that from my experience, the money is like really, really good. Again, you meet so many people from different walks of life, and learning about people that need certifications. Like, people would fly over here from Germany
Mm-hmm.
to, and I'm pretty sure this happens over there on the East Coast with you, but basically Europeans fly over here because it is a short amount of time and less expensive to get their certification than it would be to do their year-long course in
Mm-hmm.
Europe. Like, they have to practice and go, do classes for a year before they can even ride a bike. So
Yeah,
they come over here and do it, and then they go over there and get their endorsement and then get their motorcycle.
that's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, if you're just tuning in, we are blessed to have the one and only Rachel Renee with us on tonight, and we're talking about all things murals and even more. We haven't even gotten to the murals yet. I told y'all earlier she got pixie dust in her back pocket, and that's how she gets all these murals. But we're learning so much about her. If you have any questions, please post those in the comment section, and I'm sure she won't mind answering your questions. And if you want to congratulate her or have any kind words you want to share, you can also put that in the comment section as well. Let's make some noise for Rachel Renee, ladies and gentlemen. Bada boom, bada bang. Where's my noise? There it is. What is the most difficult thing or most challenging thing about motorcycling?
Ooh, challenging. I would say just ensuring that you have enough money to do it. It is extremely expensive.
It costs to get across
That
them
I mean,
state lines.
I think that's really about it. Everything else, I think, as long as you're building your confidence up, you depending on the type of writing you want to do. So I'll say there's something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you just want to be the ice cream goer, the bar hopper, you just want to go for a little bit and stunt. There's different segments of the motorcycle community that will serve anything,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm. True indeed.
but but for me, just making sure Uh, Everything is good to go with financing, so you can get out there and truly explore your horizons. You know, the world is your oyster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't want to be limited either. Somebody said to me, one of my mentors, she goes, Rachel, I don't think the United States is big enough for you. I mean, it was just like she was so jazzed up when she was like, well, where are you going after this? And I was like, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going. And yeah, like I enjoy just cruising, hanging out with my friends. I love the social aspect of riding together. I do a lot
Mm-hmm.
of group rides. I can also do a lot of solo rides.
Mm-hmm.
And I love taking pictures, capturing the moment. I'm usually the one in our group that's taking all the pictures because everybody regrets it once they get home and they're like, "Oh, I don't have anything." And then they see I've tagged them in all the things to
Right,
document
right.
that experience, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, make sure you have plenty of money. Make sure you find the right bike that suits you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody makes on Harleys and Indians and V-Stroms. What's another big bike? The Yamaha, is it Vaquero or whatever? But I would encourage, especially women,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Guys, I know you're doing your ladies a favor when you're making those suggestions and they're leaning onto you for that guidance. Guys, tell your lady, hey, this is what I would suggest, but I would like for you to actually sit on a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
going to be my advice to women. There's demo trucks. I love going to the rallies because I'm usually one who will go to the demo trucks. I don't care what brand it is, Yamaha, BMW. I just have fun testing out different motorcycles
Mm-hmm.
and understanding how the different lineups work. And if you do that, I think you'll really understand what is going to work for you and what type of riding you're going to like.
Okay.
So do that.
Makes a good sense. Makes very good sense.
Mhm.
TD205 in the building. Let's make some noise for him. He says, yeah, he says the Kawasaki Vaquero, I think is how you say it. He had one and he enjoyed it. As a
Mhm.
matter of fact, I think he gave that one up for a road glide. For a road glide.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So let's talk because I know everybody's here to hear about the mural queen. So at what point did your interest turn toward murals?
Okay. I think that started, oh boy. Really, as soon as I got the motorcycle and I
Uh huh.
started discovering murals, that's when I was hooked.
Okay.
I have enjoyed the beauty and the grandeur, the size. Like, I can't believe sometimes how big some of them are.
Right. Right.
And I get shocked when I'm like, man, I've passed this building so many times. Like, when did that show up? So then that started me down a rabbit hole of just kind of following some of the artists and in particular in Denver, there is a huge um, Crush Walls festival that highlights artists from around the world, and they come and they paint all over Denver. And so I really enjoy capturing that work because probably in about 6 months to a year, it's gone. It's covered up
Yeah.
with something
Yeah.
different. So I'm very intentional when I get into a town. I'm looking around, I'm slowing down, I'm turning my head, and it's crazy how you'll go one direction and not see anything, but then that exact same road, you go a different direction, and boom, it's like, oh, here they are. They're just on the opposite side of the building or this alleyway or whatever. So I enjoy capturing the artwork, the scale of the artwork, and I have had the opportunity to meet some of the artists. He is amazing, does a lot of amazing work. He teaches, he's done work for the airport. He has an installment right now with suitcases that he's painted. This photo that's on the screen here is south of Pueblo, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in a little small town, but again, I had been on this very remote, desolate road many, many times, but it wasn't until I was heading west that I saw this mural.
Nice.
And I just thought this was a beautiful
It
piece.
is.
It made me feel like, this person is an elder and I loved all the colors. So that's one thing that attracts me to a mural is I love bright colors in general. And so if I see something that's really popping like that, I'm going to go capture it.
Nice.
And I sometimes I'll pass up other murals, whether it's, really chipped, it looks really old and worn. But I usually stop for about 90% of murals that I see.
So when let's get to a question here. Shelly, my wife, she's watching with us on tonight. She
Hi,
says, "Yeah,
Shelly.
that's my beautiful wife there." She says, "How many states have you rode your motorcycle to so far?"
48.
Okay, so
48.
all right, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I
Um,
didn't do a 48 and 10, but I've been to all 48 states,
that's
lower
all right.
48 states.
That's all right. So you, when you're out there, you're going out there. You're you're allowing yourself time because you know you're more than likely gonna be finding some murals. Is that true to say? Fair to say?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of on Rachel time. So, I will stop. And if I don't make it to where I want to make it, okay, fine. And then I'll continue on the next day. But that's another thing. Like, I just don't like being rushed because you don't know what you're going to run into out on the
Mm-hmm.
road. If I'm needing to get somewhere, then I'm all about business. Okay, we'll get there. I'm
Yeah.
not going to fool around, blah, blah, blah. But if there's no agenda, I'm on Rachel time
Yep.
and I'm going to go have fun.
I think people riding with you will spoil a good mural hunt every time, unless they're like minded. Like me and Blue Shadow, we got together
Yeah.
one summer. I think it was summer
Yeah.
before last, and we went on down through Charlotte and we snagged a few together. He's the mural
Yeah.
king. You're the
Yeah.
mural queen.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Shout
so
out to him.
yeah, he does his thing as well. So let's talk about a mural hunt. Are
Yes.
you mapping it out before you go, or do you always just get out there and just look for something?
I get out there and I find them. And usually it turns into a hunt when I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, I see another one. They're all, close in proximity. And then before you know it, I've spent 4 hours,
Hmm.
pretty much doing a mural raid on the city. And I'll ride my bike up on the sidewalks. I have no problem with that. And to get the shot, I am experimenting more with lighting, so kind of slowing down a little bit more and really positioning my bike better. So there's some murals that I want to redo.
Okay.
The one Tulsa where um, it was Detour 303 and it was the baseball player. Uh, Louisville here. Let me pull that up. I want to redo that one because I
Is that
came
right?
in hot. Yeah, it's I think it's a baseball one. Let me go back here. It's a brightly colored one and it's a baseball player. And I want to redo that one because my angle on the Dodgers player, there he is. Detour 303. Retro, I put that one in our group chat if you want to grab that and show him.
Okay. Let me see
But
if I can see that real quick.
yeah, he's a Dodgers player.
Okay.
And I want to change the position of my motorcycle to get that and capture that one a little better and do it some more justice. But that one's from Black Wall Street. And
There's so many good ones out there, man. There really are.
let's see. I loved that one. And everybody else did too at Black Wall Street.
Hmm.
People were taking all kinds of pictures up there. I did not take that picture during Black Wall Street. I was actually on another ladies' event, and I knew I was going to be in the area. So I wanted to quickly grab it. I couldn't spend quite a bit time capturing that one. So that was just a quick little snap.
So what's next for Rachel Renee?
What's next? Okay, so I just recently um, had this opportunity come up where I get to work with one of the Harley marketing teams. So
Okay.
you'll see me probably a lot this summer. If any of you are at the rallies, I'll be working either the demo booth or, the hog check-in, but I'll be down there in their marketing areas. My first event will be Daytona Bike Week, so I'll be there for the entire week.
Hmm.
And I'm going to see, how that is and what other opportunities that may come back from that.
Okay.
But I'm super excited. There's two other ladies that I know who are on that team that coach. Um, and so we were doing some training today over the 2026 lineup. By the way, there's a lot of exciting information over the 2026 motorcycles,
Mm-hmm.
uh, on suspension and weight differential. The trikes also got some upgrades to it, with the shocks and
Mm-hmm.
the frame. It's a little different.
Okay.
And a lot of exciting things that you will see starting at the Daytona Rally. Some of the dealerships are also getting some of these new lineups, so I can't tell you about it, but I can just tell you that once we go live at Daytona and once you start seeing these different
Mm-hmm.
subsegments in the dealership, then you'll know what we're talking about.
Okay, that's what's up. Let's make some noise right there. Um, does Rachel Renee have a bucket list? What's one thing on your bucket list if you do that you want to
Wow,
do?
man, my bucket list. I'd love to go to Fiji.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I don't know if this is a bucket list, but I would love to at some point do some motorcycling abroad. I think that's more achievable in the near future than Fiji.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wanna do the I-10 end to end now that I have time.
Okay.
And I am almost finished with the Harley Davidson 50 Rides One Nation. So I'm super excited. I just need Hawaii and Alaska. Uh, yeah, so I want to make that happen.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
yeah, I really enjoy the being a hog member and doing the ride challenges. That's a lot of fun. I love
Mm-hmm.
little goodies. So, the little coins or whatever freebie, like I'm all about the promo stuff. So
Yeah.
that piques my interest. But yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm out there being safe and having fun.
Being safe and having fun. Safety first and first safety. That's what's up. Renee, we want to say thank you so very much for being on the show tonight.
Yes.
Ride More, Talk Less. Talk to me real quick before we let you go about that. What is that? Where did it come from? What does it mean to you? Talk to me.
Okay, so I started saying ride more, talk less when I became a little bit more adventurous in my motorcycling. So this would have been when I still had my Yamaha,
Okay.
and it's almost like the my version of just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll, put into action what you want to do.
Okay.
And what I've been learning over the last few months is being an action taker.
Okay.
Um, taking risks equals great reward. And so ride more, talk less. We want to see the action put into play
Mm-hmm.
and just let that do the talking for you. And so that's kind of where that came from.
I like it. I like it. Who inspires Rachel Renee?
Oh my goodness. Everybody. Shakila, Tamika, Queen Bee, TJ, Kim, Henry,
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
I've got Reggie on the call. I've got my whole Colorado squad, my ladies that I ride with back there. Oh man, Reef,
Mm-hmm.
Solo, um, Tin Man, you. I don't even everybody. I mean, everybody brings something different to the table. You all have a unique niche that you
Mm-hmm.
bring. And I'm just happy that I get to be a part of it, that I get to absorb it, observe it.
Mm-hmm.
I've had so many mentors in the long distance community. Abby Spate, who is a long distance rider for Hoka Hay, she used to be one of my neighbors in Colorado, and she got me into doing the iron butts.
Okay.
And that's opened up a lot of connections with different riders, being a part of the Valkyrie long distance ladies group. Reef was pushing all of us girls to, jump in and, do that. It's a brand new event. And we've got Nancy. We've got so many people in the community, Tony Crow, Snacks,
Yeah. Yeah.
Red. Everybody. I mean, and everybody rides something different and has a different reason for riding. And I just
Hmm.
love, the pictures, the testimonies, and just seeing people out there enjoying themselves and feeling comfortable in their own skin, doing what they love.
That's what's up. We got to get you a part of the Mission 448 family, knocking out the four corners of the Lord 48
Okay.
states. I just got to put a
Okay.
shameless plug out there, okay?
Yes.
We
Okay.
got to
Yes.
get you a part of the family, all right?
Right on. Right
Yeah,
on. I
yeah,
love
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
guys.
yeah,
This was
yeah.
awesome.
So, let's talk about. I'm going to let you go here in a little bit, but we talked about who inspires you. Share with the listening audience some of the greatest advice you've received in life. It doesn't necessarily have to be just pertaining to motorcycles, but
All
what's
right.
the greatest advice you've received in life?
Okay. Greatest advice. And I've had a hard time with this.
Hmm.
Um, you have to have your best no and you have to have your best yes. Because sometimes I overextend myself, I overcommit, and you can't be everywhere at once. You can't please everybody. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only Rachel Renee with us here on the Retro Philosophy Show. She is indeed the Mural Queen. It looks like she might have got a low battery notification, very possibly, because I see her phone has frozen on us. But we want to thank you for tuning in. We're going to give her a little time to maybe get it plugged in. And let's see here. Let's see if we can get her back on here real quick here. Bada boom, bada bang. Let's see here. All right. Yep. We've lost her, ladies and gentlemen, but she is going to be coming back in here just 1 second. So just bear with us as we wait for her to come back on the screen. But this is a riding young lady. She said, what? She said 18 months. Did she say 18 months? And 60,000 miles. Man, I tell you, she's riding that thing, man. She's riding it indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, do you mural hunt? Do you, when you're out riding, do you stop for murals? Do you stop to take the picture? There are some people, they collect monuments. You know, when they're out and about, they stop and take pictures of the world's biggest paint can, the world's biggest chair, so on and so forth. The beautiful thing is we can all make it our own ride, and I like what she said when I asked her who inspires her, and she said everybody. She began to name names, and she said each of them, each of you guys, she said, has your own niche, and that's a beautiful thing to understand, folks. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole and get on my soapbox, but everybody can be great. There's enough room out there. Shakila Bussey, if she's still watching, she often says there's enough bandwidth for us all. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed a true statement. I think we've got Renee back here. Let's see here. Bada boom, bada bang. Let me see if we can get her back on here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Bada boom, bada bang. Let me see here. So let us know in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions for myself or for Rachel. Good to have you back in, lady. A little technical
Oh,
difficulty there.
sorry. My
That's okay.
computer died. Okay. But
Yeah.
anyway, just give your best yes, give your best no. Don't
Okay.
overextend yourself. Um, Everything will happen in the appropriate timing.
And the appropriate timing. Real talk,
Mhm.
real talk. Okay, so that was some of the best advice that you got, or that's what you have, kind of gotten to
That's
that
the
understanding.
best advice that
Okay.
I've received.
Okay, good.
Hmm.
Now, if you were going to give advice other than the best advice that you have received, what would Rachel Ray, what would Rachel Renee share with the world?
I would share to be comfortable in your own skin, be yourself, have fun, and don't increase yourself to make someone else big in your life. You have to go after your dreams
Mm-hmm.
or life will pass you by pretty quickly, especially the older you get.
Yeah.
So I would just encourage you to have that, self-reflection and make sure that you're really happy in your life.
Mm-hmm.
In your relationships, are you really really happy? Ask yourselves that.
Wow.
And if you if you can't say immediately yes,
Mm-hmm.
then I think it's worth some discovery to find out what's going to get that immediate yes.
That's
Why
really
are you going like that?
that's powerful. That's powerful. Um, I know it's time to go, but I got a few more questions for you. I mean, this is getting
Okay.
good, Rachel. What was the most difficult thing you had to maneuver through, work through, get through in life?
Hmm. Oh, probably I would say being a manager in healthcare, that was tough. It's pretty brutal.
Okay.
You're under a lot of scrutiny with some of your staff, I would say. Um, and sometimes hearing criticisms, or if people don't like what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
they have a way of deflecting back on you.
Mm-hmm.
And it can really question if you're good or not, if this is the work you're supposed to be doing. And so I had to really block out the noise,
Mm-hmm.
really stick to the processes and procedures that I was taught, and be confident, be authoritative.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, I was just kind of passive, like, cool, let it roll off my back. But towards the end there, I had to be really commanding and authoritative in my position, in my expertise,
Mm-hmm.
and, my knowledge, and not believe in any negativity, that somebody may be reacting to, and hold my ground, be firm.
Stand firm. Stand your
Um,
ground.
Stand firm, yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
focus my efforts on people that really wanted to be there and do a great job and be a team. And so that was tough, because that was half, almost half of my life, a quarter of my life, a
Mm-hmm.
third of my life spent with my work family.
Mm-hmm.
And you just develop a different relationship with them that's special. So when someone else is not happy and they're there making everyone else not happy, it can
Mm-hmm.
really break up that dynamic.
Hmm. All right, that's good. Today is February the 5th, Black History Month.
Hmm.
What comes to mind? What
Yes,
does
sir.
that mean? What does that mean to you?
Freedom.
Okay.
Um, you know, it it is not easy thinking about what our black ancestors went through to get
Mm-hmm.
us where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just hope my family, I've got my mom, she's black, my dad is white. And so my mom came from Alabama. If
Mm-hmm.
you can imagine, 1956 in Alabama.
Yeah. I
And
don't want to
so
imagine. Yeah. Yeah.
it
That's.
was tough.
I can
It was
imagine.
very tough. Her mom was a maid for wealthier white families. Her dad was in the military. He didn't like that. So he got out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And what we've always grown up and pretty much had as a belief or a mantra in our family is to, be better than where we started. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we have a chance to rewrite history and to live a better life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me and my cousins, that's been our whole goal growing up. We've seen the shotgun house, where you could just see straight through it.
Yeah.
Small little tiny house. I remember my grandma, she would be in her rocking chair. She loved to watch WWE wrestling, and she didn't care what time it was.
Yeah.
On a Saturday, it'd be 6 or 6:30, and she's waking up the house. My uncle would be sleeping on the couch because he got put out from wherever. And then there's me.
Yeah.
And she would just be yelling, ghosting, ghosting. But she babysat all of us,
Mm-hmm.
and we owe it to her and everybody else that's come before us to just do well, take advantage of the opportunities that we have, show people what kindness looks like, what real love looks like, be
Mm-hmm.
loving and kind to one another, despite our differences. I mean,
Despite. Yeah.
despite, because we're more alike than we are different.
I
And
would agree
I
with
think
that.
if we can just be that light to the world, kind of soften some hearts.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight, but just still plant those seeds of love and, just show up, have a smile, be forgiving. It's not always easy to forgive, especially when
Absolutely.
someone doesn't really deserve it.
Yeah.
So, that's what comes to mind is really just like me and my cousins,
Mm-hmm.
we're doing a kick-ass job of pretty much rewriting our family history, and I just hope everybody else feels like they're doing that as well.
Wow. That's powerful. That's powerful. Black history. Okay.
Yes,
When you
sir.
hear that, give me a Black history icon in your mind.
A Black history icon.
Historic.
I
Yeah.
would have to I would have to say, first off, Martin Luther King. I think he's
Okay.
everybody's historical icon.
Okay.
And since I love motorcycles, I would have to say Bessie.
Okay. Understood.
We've got the Bessie Bells motorcycle group. And then who else in the motorcycling community? I don't know. Those are the two prominent people that pop out to me.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Um, okay.
Now, I want you to go ahead and scan through your brain. Think about some of your friends, some of your comrades, some of your, constituents. And now the question is, which one of them, based on what they're doing, if they continue in that mold, in that path, would be Black history material?
Oh boy. How can you decide? I mean, we have some pretty awesome Black folks in our motorcycling community.
Absolutely.
Tamika comes to mind.
Okay. There you
You
go.
know, just with, I just love how positive she is. She is
Mm-hmm.
just such a sweetheart at the core of who she is. She is always very enthusiastic. And
Yeah.
anybody's having a bad day, just go talk to her for like 3 seconds. You'll forget what you're even upset about.
Yeah.
I love Queen Bee, Helen Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is my person.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
is my person. She is an authority figure,
Oh yeah, she
in
is.
whatever she does.
I don't want
Uh,
no smoke. I ain't trying to get on her bad side. I tell you that.
no, she is so awesome. Her and I got off the phone last night talking about some events that she's putting together for the summer.
Hmm.
And I just love how she carries herself. She's so
Yeah,
confident.
she's a sweetheart.
She's just amazing. And she too, she's like really, really positive. Shakila, God, I love her.
Hmm.
She's always highlighting on her timeline people that she loves.
Yeah,
Um, and I think that's a really cool thing to wake up every morning and see who are we highlighting today,
beautiful
beautiful
souls
souls
on your
on your.
timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's hard to really choose one.
that's okay. That's okay.
Um, we have so many.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right. Well, look here, man. Anything you want to leave with the listening audience?
Um, just enjoy life. Enjoy life. Don't waste a minute not enjoying life. You don't have to stay in a miserable spot. You don't have to moan and groan every day. If you're not happy, do something about it and
Do
change it. It
something
could be
about it.
small things.
Yeah.
It could be small things. Change one thing in your routine that you commit to, and
Hmm.
you'll notice after 30 days, now you can add on something else new that's going to change your life for the future. It just takes one moment of clarity, one moment of honesty, and one time to commit and just be all in for a sold out life. And as always, ride more, talk less.
Ladies and gentlemen, spoken like a pro. My goodness, she's wrapped that thing up real sweet. Thank you so much, Rachel, for being our guest on tonight.
Yes, thank
Look, we
you.
definitely got to get you back on, man. We could just go on and go on. So if
Yes,
you're cool
yes,
with that, man, we'll get together at a later date, man. Get you back on here. We'll chit chat, and talk about some things that you got going on and everything like that. Um,
yes.
so I guess me and the wife gonna have to come down to Texas and break
What's
bread
up,
with you.
wifey?
Yeah,
Heck
we
yeah,
got to
let's
we
do
got to
it.
come down there, and we got some folks down there, and I've been saying I'm gonna get down there, and I haven't been down to Texas since the last RTE that was
Oh,
down there
right
in
on.
Texas. Yeah,
Right on. Right
yeah.
on.
So So we
Do you
thank
guys
you.
take your dog on the road with you?
Okay, so we don't take him on the road. I do have a little doggy thing, and I'm thinking about taking him on the Nifty 50 Classic Adventure that I'm doing
Oh,
later on
okay.
this year. I don't know if you know about it, but it's called the Retro's Nifty 50 Classic Adventure. I'm 50 years old now. I got a 50-year-old gold wing outside. I'm going to ride it up to Maryland, get on Route 50, and ride it all the way to California.
Right
So
on.
yeah, so I've been thinking about taking him with me. I really would like to get a sidecar and take him with me then, you
Oh,
know.
that would be awesome.
So right now I got a trailer, so it's possible that he may come with me. I'm just not sure yet.
That's
Yeah,
pretty awesome. He
yeah.
is so darling. Oh my goodness. Is he like your best bud or what?
Yeah. He get on my nerves sometimes, but it's a love hate
Oh my
relationship.
goodness.
He's so
I
cool,
saw your
man.
live this morning about it. He woke you
four
up at
o'clock in
4
the
a.m.
morning. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's like my
Oh,
shadow, man. I stumble over him
yeah.
sometimes. Every time I move, there he go. You know, and
Right on. Yeah, I love animals just as much, so I had to ask.
yes, they're better than people sometimes.
Sometimes. Yes, sir.
So Renee, you keep on doing your thing. Ride more, talk less. Get out there, make it do what it do. Get 60,000 miles on your bike in a little bit of time, and just get out there, drive 1,000 miles for a hot dog, and you know, and ice
Yeah.
cream and all that stuff, and
Let's
murals, and
go. Let's
so.
go.
Are
Yes.
you, you know, inquiring minds want to know, are
Oh,
you going to be selling any of the pixie dust so everybody else can get some murals like you get, or is it
here it
just,
is. Here it is. I'm
okay,
sprinkling
catch
it
it,
on
folks,
everybody, right?
catch it,
Yeah, get it,
catch
get it,
it.
get it, get it.
Oh
Yes.
man, that's what's up. All right, thank you for
Mm-hmm.
being our guest tonight, and we'll talk with you soon, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies
Peace.
and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. You already know what it is. Rachel Renee was in the building, man. What a sweetheart. And she's got so much going on. And something tells me that that is not the last you are going to hear for this young lady. I do believe she's got some things in the works. So make sure you keep your eyes on her. She is indeed the undisputed Mural Queen. I mean to tell you, that girl, she gets out there and she gets them, and she gets them, and she gets them, and she gets them. And so we appreciate her for her time on tonight. Thank you for your time, for joining us and chit-chatting and asking questions and just sticking with us to the end. And, you know, as Chucky would say, Heidi ho, what? No, friends to the end? We've come to the end. And so we're going to get out your way, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you stay tuned to the Retro Philosophy Show for who we'll have on next. You know, it might be you, it might be them, it might be who knows, you know. But we will have the Mural King. We're going to get him on here, Blue Shadow, and chit-chat with him. And we got a few other things lined up. So if you have not already subscribed, please go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. And while you're there, go ahead and, you know, chit-chat a little bit while you're there, okay? Bruce Baldwin, God bless you, sir. Thank you for tuning in on tonight. The Three Critter Crew, love and miss them. That part right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie, we'll talk with y'all real soon. It's your boy Rachel. We out of here.
Hey now, this is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, home of the Moto Mob where legends are made. You are now tuned in to the Retro Philosophy Show. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what to do. Press play.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Retro Philosophy Show, where I always listen to my man, 50 Grand, Pastor Retro. You know what it is.
Say, man, you know what it is, man. Special guest in the building. Much love and respect to my man Retro stopping through, y'all. Y'all know what to do.
Big Cell. You still keeping it 100.
Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody including Lottie Dottie, it's your boy king. Hope you're ready for the show. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go for